So here's the document that we'll be editing today. I've got a variety of things in here so that we can tackle each of the specific problems when we try to make our documents accessible. I've covered some of this in a previous video. The link is in the description below. So the document title needs to be heading 1. On your top banner here are the various headings. So heading 1 is what's expected. Here's the style pane. So if we apply heading 1, and let's say that you don't like the idea of having blue text, we can edit with this disclosure triangle here. We can modify the style, and then we go through it, Arial, and then we click OK. And there we go. Heading 1 will be the top level of the document. So if we needed this to be another heading, we would make it heading 2. If we don't like blue text, then we can modify the style, Arial. There we go. Now the next one is basically an image. So we have an image here. Now the main thing that we want to do here is essentially have alt text. So if you right click and then click alt, let's say it's a lecture title, nothing adventurous. So that now has the alt text. The next one we encounter is a table. So right click and then select table properties. You go to row and then you select repeat as header row at the top of each page. I've also added some shapes and so on. So Word has accessibility options within it, so you can check the accessibility. So I think it's important when we use sort of these other kind of graphic type sort of shapes. So we can see two things here for the rectangle. One is that there's missing alt text. So this will be exactly the same as we use for the graphic. And then the other one is also that the image or object is not in line. We're going to do select the object, right click, point to wrap text, and then inline with text. Looking up here in the accessibility checker, let's run it again. So now we only have rectangle 2 is missing the alternative text. So again, edit alt text, a rectangle, and we run the checker again. So now all we're left with is the missing alternative text for my head, shoulder, knees and toes document. And again, alt text is the same sort of thing. Right click the object, alt text. And when we look in the accessibility checker, no accessibility issues found. So essentially this document is good to go. So here's the original document that I uploaded, accessibility test doc. And you can see here that it's showing orange. The diagnostic tool gives us a list of the errors in our document. We've re-edited the document so we can look at all of the issues. This document contains images that are missing a description. This document contains tables that are missing headers. We've added all of those into the document, so we should be able to just upload a file. Here is the file. So we wait. Exactly what we want. Okay, for this last one, we're going to look at what we need to do when we convert our document to a PDF. Now, assuming that you've done everything that has been described in the earlier part of this video, which is in terms of things like headers, table rows, and so on and so forth, then you are probably in a good position to just kind of go and be able to convert it to PDF. When I convert things to PDF, I use the print dialog. So I do print, save as PDF, Unfortunately, that isn't compliant. What we should use is the save as dialog. So we do save as, and then we select PDF, and then we also select best for electronic distribution and accessibility, and then we export it. Okay, I hope you find that helpful, and I hope it's useful for some of you, if not all of you, especially if you are spending your time having to make your documents as accessible as possible. Until next time.